Hey guys, welcome to my show again. Today we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Elinor Moshe. She's from Australia and she's the founder of Construction Coach, and she also wrote the best-selling book which is the Constructing Your Career. And she also shared some amazing experiences with us, like the success mantras, like the motivation she gave us, like how you can invest in your own career, and plenty of other things. And if you want to know how she wrote the book just in 8 days, you better watch the whole video for it. Hi everyone. So today we have a very special guest on our show, and her name is Elinor Moshe. She's from Melbourne, Australia, and Elinor is the founder of The Construction Coach, where she guides, inspires, and directs future leaders for their better career opportunities. Well, she is the author of Constructing Your Career, which became the number one best-selling book on Amazon. Well, she was also among the top 500 women in property council and top 100 women in construction. So, hi, Elinor. Good to have you here on my show.
Likewise, thank you very much for having me. It's great to be on the other side of the microphone.
So, Elinor, can you please tell us how you have actually, started your journey in mentoring?
Mentoring is very, very important to me, and I got to a point in my career when I knew there was more to it. I knew there had to be more than where I was. So I spent a lot of time actually conceiving a vision for myself. I spent a lot of time undertaking a very important introspection as to what actually matters to me and what do I love doing. And it was through asking myself better questions and looking as to where I was and what I wanted to achieve did the universe download the construction coach into me. And at the start, it was only a blog. It wasn't anything that it is today. And through actually, looking at what the market needs and how I can serve people, was I really able to evolve the construction coach into a mentoring business for the construction industry. But in order to actually mentor others and to be in a position where you have the right to mentor others, you have to problems for yourself in the first place.
That's wonderful, actually. So when you started creating opportunities for future leaders by mentoring them, what are the qualities you look for to carve out or dig in, like to get the best out of them?
First of all, people have to be hungry. You actually have to want to be mentored. What I do not do is I do not drag someone to the start line, because then you have to drag them to the finish line. You actually have to want to be mentored. You have to be hungry to make your career something magnificent, something exceptional, not like what you thought it has to be or what society will tell you that it has to be. You actually have to really, really want it in the first place. Or even if you don't know what that is yet or what that could look like, you would at least have the ambition and the drive and the ability to play the long-term game in order to actually make that happen, in order to to give yourself every single opportunity. It is those qualities of really ambition and drive and hunger that I look for when I am looking at people who, I can mentor and that are suitable to work with me.
I think that's wonderful, because people usually need to feel by themselves, like the motivation they need to have, like in between them, so that they can follow the progress, right? So what are your success mantras?
That's right.
Yeah. What are your success mantras that could help our listeners or viewers?
That's a great question. Well, first of all, people have to actually understand what success means to them, because success is a loaded concept. It is something that is very broad. And my definition of success is 100% different from your definition of success. So in the first instance, people need to actually sit and realize, what does success mean for them? What is it that they're trying to pursue and attain in their life? Success is a feeling. What is that feeling that they're trying to generate for themselves? And then they actually need to understand that there is more than enough success to go around. Just because I have success and just because you have success doesn't mean that success has been limited. Success as a whole is in abundance. There is no lack of it. But then people also need to understand that success is your birthright. You are already successful and you cannot actually attain some more of something which you do not think you have. So if someone thinks that they're not successful, well, actually, how do you want to get more of that? The return on zero is always going to be zero. So it's really, really important that people who do want success in their life, whatever that means on their terms, they identify what it means and also become a student of success. It is our natural birthright. We weren't put on this earth to not be anything less. It doesn't make sense.
Like you meant like the craving should be there, right?
Well, yes, it does have to certainly be there because some people do not have any drive, do not have any ambition, and they are content with what they have. But is that really what they want, or are they being told that you should just stay where you are and keep on doing what you're doing? People actually really have to assess the thoughts that are going through their own mind and understand what it is that they really, really want. Because we as human beings, pursuing goals and being in the process of attaining something, that's our natural disposition. So people really have to sit with these thoughts of success, of achievement, and realize, what does this actually mean for me? Does it actually mean anything for me? Have I been chasing the wrong version of success for a really, really long time?
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's amazing, how you have, started blogging, then your successful podcast, which is constructing you, right? Then the best-selling author. Well, I was wondering, like, I have read somewhere that you wrote the book in like 8 days. Like, how did you do that? Like, which is a best-selling book also.
I wrote it. Yes. No, that's okay. Well, thank you. And your research. So the writing of the book, the actual execution, the typing part did take 8 days, but it took 7 years of experience, 7 years of me going through the trials and tribulations, the highs and the lows, to actually piece it together and experience it for myself. But I also spent 8 months working with my mentor, Ron Malhotra, to work on my philosophy, to work on my message, to work on what it is that I am actually here to do, to work on my brand, to work on my voice. And I was already exercising that muscle of content generation by writing and sitting down and consciously crafting out time to generate content for my community any day. So I laid incredible foundations in order to be able to execute a book in a short amount of time. So it was, made easy in terms of the execution because I did a lot of the groundwork before I actually sat down and wrote.
That's really wonderful. So, okay, the next question is, what is the importance of investing in our career?
What's the consequence of not investing in your career? That's what people really fail to realize. I spoke about this on my podcast. Take someone's career, how many years have they been working in the industry, in their industry? How many years have they been working? Let's say it's 10. And over those 10 years, the amount that they have invested in themselves is $1,000. Your average investment into your own career, the vehicle which you intend to bring you the most income, the most fulfillment, the most progression, and the most recognition, is literally getting $100 a year from you. People buy pants that cost more than $100 a year. And what people actually, fail to realize, or what they see when they look at the investment, they're consciously trying to quantify everything that they're going to lose. Because you can quantify what you can lose. It's my time, it's my money, and that's what they're making their decisions on. What they're not making their decisions on is what they can actually gain.
All right.
And that is something that is insurmountable because the return on investment is eternal. It's until the end of time. I finished a mentoring program. The mentoring program finished, but I'm still reaping the results. I still have a continuous return on investment.
Exactly.
And what you do when you invest in yourself, you are bypassing the time.
Mm-hmm.
I aligned myself with my mentor
Mm-hmm.
because he had the results that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the ego to think I'm going to figure it all out myself and spend 10, 20 years actually trying to figure it out. And assuredly, I wouldn't have. So I saved myself an intense amount of time getting the results that I want because I aligned myself with a person who had the results. But to also not invest in yourself is also letting your ego do the talking for you. Are you the best person to actually manage your own career? Are you saying that you have everything that you need? All your experiences, you are doing everything that you can? Well, probably not. We need mentors. And mentoring is one of the most beautiful relationships that you can actually have. And to go through your whole career doing it alone is foolish behavior. You can assure that your remuneration, your progression, and your recognition is going to not just be capped, but also go backwards if you do not invest in your own career.
Like, what are the difference between this mentor and coach?
A coach is someone who will ask you to bring 100% to the table, right? A coach offers a level of accountability, and they hold you accountable to what it is that you want to achieve. A mentor and a coach will generally cost less than a mentor, but a mentor is someone who has a lot of insight and a lot of experience into what it is that you are wanting to achieve. A mentoring relationship is 50-50. They're not expecting you to bring 100% to the table. They know what they need to bring to the table in order to get you to where you want to go. And that's why mentoring does afford more of an investment than a coach.
All right, that's good. So lastly, I want to add, like, Elinor, what are the habits we can form actually and the routines we can follow that could help us clear our thoughts to move forward?
That's an excellent question, and one that I haven't been asked in so far in all my podcast episodes. Is our thoughts do not come fully formed, and our thoughts come in an absolute disarray. They come in a freight train. They just move through our mind really, really quickly. We actually have to get really good at spending time with our own thoughts, spending time listening to the dialogue that is happening in our own mind. Now, many different people will do this in many different ways. I personally love journaling. Journaling for me is the outlet in which I can sit with my thoughts, sit with my future, manifest, really unpack what is happening in here. For other people, it may be meditation. For other people, it may be going for a run. So in the first instance, you actually have to create that space, carve out that space in your day-to-day business to actually spend time with your thoughts, because like everything else, if you don't sort it out, it will forever be a mess.
Yeah, exactly. So you journal, like you usually do the journaling like every day, like write a single paper like that? Yeah, that's
every day.
wonderful.
And I've gone through periods when you are sometimes feeling low. So because you feel low, you don't journal. But then because you're not journaling, you continue to feel low. But when I have gone back to the page, when I have gone back to my own thoughts and my own space, and for me, journaling is a very sacred space, then I feel a lot better immediately. It's always afforded me that clarity. I mean, it is through the journaling process that I have achieved having a vision that I allowed to generate clarity in my own concision at the time for my own career. And sometimes my journaling is just gratitude. I'm not asking for anything. I'm saying thank you. I'm spending time with everything that I already do have instead of focusing on everything that I am yet to achieve. And sometimes my journaling will be precisely on something that I am focusing on. So yes, there is no right or wrong way to journal, but sometimes you just actually have to sit there and start writing.
That's wonderful, actually. All right, guys. So I will put all the links in the description if you want to check out Elinor's website. So this was really amazing conversation, and I hope our listeners and viewers have learned a lot actually. So, Elinor, would you like to tell us more about your book so that our listeners or viewers can, go to Amazon and buy themselves, right?
That they can. My book is called Constructing Your Career, and it is the 12 foundational stages on the greatest project that you will ever get to work on, which of course is yourself. And in the book, I really give a practical advice and actionable steps in order to construct your own career and have an exemplary one in the construction industry, because I'll never get the opportunity to mentor everyone in the construction industry. So I really wrote the book to be the guide and the mentor and the friend that I also once needed when I was navigating my own way through my career. And the book really shifts the focus on not ensuring that you don't rely on conventional career intelligence, because when you rely on conventional career intelligence, you're leaving opportunity on the table. And I don't think anyone wants to walk away from opportunity. But we also have to realize that career success is created from the inside out. So if we want to first see results, if we want to see results in our reality, we actually have to start reality. So the book has a focus from the inside out, and it's structured in a way that, this is how you build a construction project, and then this is how you build your career. So even if you do not work in construction, the market has told me that it has been valuable to them nonetheless. So it is available on Amazon.
All right, that's wonderful. So I will definitely go and buy myself this time for sure. And this was really wonderful evening actually, and really thank you for joining us today, Elinor.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you so much.